Hi everyone, I'm gonna share my process of creating this great testimonial slider with circular animation in this Framer tutorial. There is a circular progress animation, since this type of animations are great for auto-playing sliders, and as soon as it gets completed, transition to the next testimonial happens. And we can also navigate between them using these buttons. Also, during transitions, there's a nice appear animation, which makes our slider even better, right? You can find the remix link for the file in the description, and let's get started. We're gonna start examining the circles component first. You might have seen in a few of my previous tutorials, in circular progress animations like this, I usually mask the circle or arc to be animated by placing it in a frame that defines its visible area. In this case, left circle wrapper. In the layer structure, it includes a full-sized frame to determine the origin of the rotation. As you see, it is named rotation here. And then it includes the actual circle or arc to be animated, placed on the opposite half to be made visible with a rotation. So when I select rotation frame and rotate it clockwise, you can see the left half of the circle becomes visible and creates our circular progress animation. Actually, in the second variant, we rotate the rotation frame under the right circle wrapper to create the first half of the progress animation. And then in variant 3, we continue with rotating the left circle to complete the progress. You can see variant 1 has an appear transition to the second one, which takes 2 seconds, and it is determined by the time value under transition settings, as you see here. And I used a linear one, since an easing is not ideal for an animation with 2 steps like this one. We have 2 seconds of delay for the appear transition from variant 2 to the third one, since we wait for the first half of the animation to be completed before starting the second half. Now we can check the testimonial component. We have 2 seconds of delay for the appear transition from the variant 2 to the third one. Its content is assigned to variables. You can see the image variable here and the other text content, including the name text color, as you see here. Its second variant is created for the appear animation, which you can see we make left and right columns with 1 pixel. And in the upper testimonial slide component, we make testimonial appear in its variant 2, and with a transition to its default variant, we create that nice appear animation. We also hide the circles component in the second variant. As you can see here, its visible properties set to no, and we make it visible in the first variant, which makes it reload and replay every time a new testimonial card appears. Let's check testimonial slide component. As I mentioned, in each slide, we start with the second variant of the testimonial, and then with an appear transition, we switch to its default variant. I decided to use a 0.2 seconds of delay after some tests when we make the transition to variant 1-2 for the first slide. Since it needs to wait for the progress animation to be completed, we use a 4.2 seconds of delay. Again, an extra 0.2 seconds creates the perfect transition. Then we switch to second slide, which has the second variant of the testimonial component for the appear transition. And we close the loop with a transition to the first slide from the last one. And thanks to the variables we defined in the testimonial component, it's really easy to change the content in slides. We also use click interactions for the navigation buttons, pointing the first variant of each slide as target of each button, except the active ones. So in the first slide, first button's target is variant 1-2 instead of variant 1, since that would play the appear animation again when we click the first button in the first slide, and we don't want that. But for the other buttons, since we want the appear animation to be played when we click a button, their targets are set to the first variant of each slide, like second button's target is variant 2, etc. Let's preview our animation again. And thanks to all those, we can create this awesome looking testimonial slides animation that's auto-playing and also can be navigated. Of course, for a real-world design, this can be a little fast, but for demonstration it works great, right? And that concludes our tutorial. I hope you liked it. If you want to see more, be sure to subscribe, turn the notifications on, check my other tutorials, and see you in the next one.